Okay, you see, one of the reasons I said that I think most most Nigeria or African pastor might actually go to hell. You see, they are actually promoting their own job more than the word of Christ. And we find that in most of the churches these days, most of these African pastors especially twist the Bible for their own personal gain. Let's say, for example, the tithing. You know, there are a lot of speculation going around the tithing. You know, we can see we have a lot of pastors now preaching against tithing. That tithe is not biblical, it's not Christ-like. You know, there are a lot of pastors coming up now, and meanwhile, some people who have actually made their own life on that tithe, they will tell you no, you are going to hell if you don't pay that tithe. There was one time I had Pastor Adeboye, E.A. Adeboye of Redeem, this GO of, I will not use GO, I will use CEO of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, because he's a CEO. You know, I had one of his videos when he said, if you don't pay tithe, you are going to hell, simple. And if you go into scriptures, what Christ told us, and part of the guidelines he has given us to get to heaven, tithe was not even part of it. You understand? So you now imagine when a man now refuses the word of Christ and imposes his own word or his own doctrine. You know, so tell me, where is the Christ in such a person? There's no Christ in such a person. The 10 Commandments, there was nothing like you have to pay tithe. There's nothing that's telling us that when we pay tithe, we go to heaven. You understand? You know, most Christians today believe that God is a lotto. The more you give, the more God gives you. And it will surprise you, God don't have money. As big, as mighty as God, he doesn't have money. God doesn't know what is called money, because man created money, not God. God don't give money. He can only give you power to make wealth. And from the beginning, from the foundation, God has actually given us that power, to that wisdom. Everybody have a little bit of that God wisdom in him. Now, it's not left to you to now build. There's nothing you have. Once you don't plant, you don't build on it, it will go. It will soon finish. So if God has given his wisdom, if you don't build on it, if you don't go to school, you don't try to build yourself, that wisdom will stay there, or you will not even get anything from it. So now, what am I saying here is this. If anybody is telling you, like Adeboye said, that if you pay tithe, if you don't pay tithe, you are going to hell. You are not going to heaven. So that means if I'm paying tithe, if I'm a regular tither, I'm going to heaven. Is that what it means? No, that's just a pit, life from the pit of hell. See, someone like Pastor E. Adeboye has built an empire that he needs money to fund. Adeboye, this Redeemed Christian Church, they have what do you call it? Private jets. Do you know how much they pay at the airport every month? Do you know how much tax they have to pay? Do you know how much you have to pay the pilot? These are things that you need to think about. So if they say that that you should not pay tithe, how do they want to pay all those things? There's no way. Now, the poor contributed all this money. You know, we have Redeemer University. It's one of the most expensive university in Nigeria today, even if not in some part of the world. Why? This money, Adeboye, I never recorded Adeboye work in any organization, or he had a big job or somewhere, or he won a lotto or lottery. This money was brought together by the masses. Tithe, offering, this, that. And that's how they build this Redeemer University. Now they build it. Unfortunately, the children of those people that contributed massively to build those churches cannot attend. Why? It's too expensive. And you tell me it is Christ, and part of the reason why I say most of the African pastors will go to hell. You understand? They are built. Okay, now, you know, Christ said, you know, God, in the olden days, God was in the ark. But God has left the ark. In those days, you know, in temple, for God to be present, the ark have to be in the temple. That ark is the ark of God. Once that ark is there, God is there. But now, God has left the ark. So, in the Bible, it said, he does not live in a house built by men. So, what am I trying to tell you is this. All these churches, Adeboye, Oyedepo, Oyakilome, and the rest of them all over the world building nonsense, saying they are building churches. Don't be surprised. You building church does not mean you are working for God. If you are an usher in the church, does not mean you are working for God. If you are, whatever you are doing in the church, does not mean you are working for God. See, there's something Christ told us, which has been things that they have refused to let us to do. He said, I was sick. You didn't come and check me in the hospital. He said, I was in prison. You didn't come and check me. He said, I was poor. You didn't give me food. He said, I was naked. You didn't clothe me. And they say, where did we see you? He said, anytime you do it for these people, you do it for me. This is the work of God. Anything that is aside from this is just religion, set by man that wants people to monitor his empire. That's the point. So if anybody is telling you because you are an usher in the church, then you are working for God. Yes, ma, yes, sir, that's a bloody lie. They need somebody, and these people, you do it for free for them. You know, these are things. You know, so the usher have to be by the door, by the gate, the security. They're going to do that for free, without paying anything, and that's why they are getting richer. The money you're supposed to take to the poor, you're supposed to take to the sick in the hospital. But in the next Sunday, you are planning how you're going to pay your tithe. You understand? So by the time you send out all this money, tithe, offering, and everything, we want to do this, we want to do this in church, there's nothing left for you to give to the poor. There was one pastor in Ibadan one time. He said that if you see a beggar on the street, and I will quote his name, he used to be my pastor. You understand? He used to be my pastor, Pastor Tunji Tokede. He preached in one of his preaching in Ibadan when I was in Ibadan. He said, anytime you are giving to the beggar on the street, he said, you are giving this. He wants to give today. He said, you are telling God, God, do my life the way you do the life of this poor man. I quote him because I was in that church. Can you imagine? That's why I say most of African pastors will go to hell because they are so money magnets. Money magnets. You understand? Most of them is going to go to hell. Brothers, don't follow most of these pastors' religion. Follow Christ. You understand? You can, okay, look at the time of, time of COVID. Even despite everybody is under locked up, money is not coming. Resources is not coming anymore. And most of these African pastors will still tell you they still come online. So now, if they can actually hold a service online, why can't they hold the service online? Or in the Bible, if you check, there's no time, there's no way God said we have to be meeting every Sunday. This church service every Sunday was introduced by the Catholic, by the Romans. Sunday service was introduced by the Catholic, by the Romans then. It was not a Bible, it's not biblical. Do not forsake the gathering of the brethren. But it didn't say when or where we should meet. You understand? It didn't say where or when we should meet. You understand? So we can actually meet online, discuss, pray together to save money so that we can save the poor. You know, there's something there is that when we are able to save money and we go there on the street to give to the ones sleeping on the street, to provide accommodation, provide jobs, they want to know our God. Say, who is your God? Which religion are you? They want to come because of what we are doing. But now, if you find out today, the churches, they are preaching to the same set of people every Sunday. New converts are not coming in. Why? Because they are just sitting down there and doing the same thing every day. And the time that we are supposed to do other things outside there, we have been engaged by this so-called religion master. They have engaged us in one position. We cannot actually go anywhere because we have to come there every Sunday to bring their tithe and offering so that they can eat. And that's why you can see them floating money everywhere. You see, there are a lot of reasons. There are a lot of time we see that pastor twists the Bible all for his own sake. Because look at they say in the book of Malachi, that the president shakes his brother. Okay, since when you have been paying tithe, how many times has it pressed down? How many times has it shake together? Nothing has pressed down, nothing has shake together. The point is that God is not in that tithe. But go and give to the poor. You will know where this poor is. You know. So There are a lot of reasons. I just explain only one, which I cannot even explain all in this episode. I'm still going to come back and we're going to see there are still a lot of reasons. We see the way the pastors will not allow members to go will not allow members to go out there to do evangelism the way they want. The reason why I say so, some people say no, that's not true. That is true, because they engage you on Sunday to go to church on Sunday. They engage you on Wednesday to go to Bible study. They will engage you on Tuesday for prayer meeting, and you have to go to your work. You have to do that thing. When did you want to do evangelism with all this buck-up program? Because if you don't go in a week, their pocket is going to reduce. They need that money. I will stop here in this episode. And my second episode, I will take time to explain other areas that we have been engaged in this core religion. Most of we Christians that will say we are Christian, that we think we are actually serving Christ, we are actually serving men of the world, men who want to empower themselves, men who has built an empire, a lot of empires. There's another one there in Nigeria, Oyedepo, Covenant University. When they ask him, he will say he has never, no member has, there's no members' money in Covenant University. But he knows himself that he's lying. Because Oyedepo, I checked his CV, so the last time I checked his biography on the internet, he never worked in oil company, he was never a politician. He was just, he started his church in Kaduna with three bedroom flats. All of a sudden, boom, everything started booming. And he will tell you, it's not the member that built the university. After taking the money from the members, you build university. Covenant University is one of the most expensive university, and nobody can go there. Only the rich, very wicked empires that they have built. You understand? During the COVID, Oyedepo was still asking for tithe and offering because he has split of jets. How did he expect he's going to pay those money? It's with your tithe and offering. And he will tell you, no, the church money does not mix with his money. Bloody lie. Who is controlling the affair of that money? You are the CEO. You know how you cover money behind the girls. No. Guys, we got to wake up. We got to wake. It's time we start worshiping Christ. We start following all these money monger people. I call them money monger because it's money that is pushing them around. You know, they are not driven by Christ. They are driven by money. And that is why everything, all their subject, money will come at the middle. You understand? They are rich because, you can imagine a church is a congregation that have a multitude of 15,000 congregation, 20,000, and they come with just $1 every Sunday. That is over $20,000 every Sunday. So tell me, how will they be rich? There's 4 Sundays in every month. You understand? That's over $80,000. And of course, they get more than that. That's just, and what the magic thing they do is they try to create this charity. And I will quickly do it in just 2 minutes. Let's church A get total money, get about get $1 million in a month. $1 million in a month. Now it did charity of $100,000. That will go a little kind of way. People say, he's doing this. But the point there is that the real money is not going to charity. Half of it's not even go to charity. It's going more into the buildings of those churches, and it's going for their own private entity. Or how do you want to explain? The church you are building, when Christ comes, is he going to ascend from this world into heaven? No. He's going to destroy with this world. If you like, build 50-seater church, he's going to destroy with this world. Why not build people? Why not build people that they are going to, that are going to give account? The building that you call church is just ordinary building when nobody is worshiping there. A market is just an ordinary land or ordinary space when nobody is buying and selling. It becomes market when people start buying and selling in that market. So when there's nobody buying, it's not a market anymore. The building you call church, you like your name, winners, all manner of whatever church you call the name, it becomes church when people come in and worship. That's when it becomes church. When nobody is there, it becomes ordinary building. And that's why you can see in Rwanda today, a lot of churches have been destroyed. You understand? A lot of churches have been destroyed by the government. And they are turned to all the church the church are bought from the factory owners. The government have bought it back, and now they are developing, using it for factories. You understand? In UK, they are selling their churches today. Go to church, go to UK today, even here in Canada, a lot of churches have been sold away. Why? Because they are not relevant anymore. And yet, now in Africa, where that is not even our own religion, this Christianity was imported to our country, yet we are selling and we are building every day. Now, what am I saying here is building church is just ordinary building. It became church when you and I go there and worship. And that's why the Bible says, wherever 2 or 3 are gathered, here I am. Here, I'm outside here. Why? I'm outside here. Don't be surprised. Here can become a church. Wherever 2 or 3 are gathered, I'm here, he's here, we come together, we hold our hands, we pray. That moment, this place is a church. It's a church. We pray and we move. We don't have to build this kind of buildings. Can you just turn this camera to let them see this building? Let it just see this building. We don't need this kind of building to become a church. Because when Christ comes, this building is going to go down into the ground. It's not going to ascend to heaven. But the people that you have used those money to make sure that okay, now just like what somebody was saying today, he said you said somebody is possessed with spirit of stealing. You say you not deliver him from the spirit of stealing. So after that you delivered him. What did you do to him? You leave him to go into the sea. He's going to go back to stealing now. After delivering him, did you give him where he can start from? Did you put him in a business? Did you ask him what he can do? If he's a barber, if he's a carpenter, did you try to establish him in a small way that, okay, here, manage, build yourself, so that you don't go back into that something you are doing before. But yet you are delivering people every day in the church. Yet people still go back to their former life. Why? Because you have refused to do the Christ word. You have done your own. You thought because you have delivered him, you have done the word of Christ. No, you have just done a work of deliverance. Deliverance does not mean that person is going to see God. But when you develop him, he doesn't go back to that sin. You understand? Somebody who is a fornicator, who is messing up around, he doesn't, maybe probably because he doesn't have one, that's why he's only taught to an ashawo on the street. You pick them, you pray for them. What can you do? I'm a hairdresser, but because there's no money. Oh yeah, how much is the shop? This, take this. Oh yeah, let's put this machine. Let her start doing something there. Most likely, that kind of lady might desist away from that constitution and face her business because now he's seeing money. This is the work of Christ, not all this church we are building everywhere. I'm going to come your way next time, and I'm going to talk more on this episode before I move to other episode. By the way, subscribe to my channel. My YouTube video name is going to be on the screen. Or the link is going to be up on this video or down this video. Then like and share and subscribe, or make sure you click the notification bell so that when I post a new video you can always come back and check. And don't forget, this channel is not only for religion. We are going to teach a lot of things, businesses, new business, about new business going out right here in the diaspora where I'm living, and I'm going to bring a lot of opportunity your way. So till I see you next time, stay blessed. God bless you.